just stay right there where you are, because I'm making another video right here now, okay? So today we are basically doing the same thing, except we are not doing Houston Rockets. Okay? Not. Did you hear that? Not. So today we are actually going to be facing the Timberwolves. If I can find them. Oh, right here. Okay, there.
What is this? What is this? No. No.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm here with Shaq and the Jet. Moments away, it'll be the Minnesota Timberwolves going up against the Atlanta Hawks at Phillips Arena. Well, for Atlanta, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. Well, certainly the Timberwolves have one of the best young cores in the league now. Kenny, how well do Wiggins and Towns pair up with each other now and down the road?
Wow, young team. However, these two young guys can be superstars in this league, especially Wiggins. Wiggins can handle the scoring load, and Towns is learning his way, playing against guys his size, his strength for the first time on a consistent basis, but he's been solid.
Timberwolves continue their journey as they play an interconference matchup in this road game. We're at the Phillips Arena. The Atlanta Hawks plan to take advantage of home court. You're in for a treat as we bring you NBA basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, and here with me today, Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Rubio and Levine teaming up in the backcourt. Wiggins outside at the 3 with Anthony Towns at the 4. And it's Jang in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. You look at Gorgui Dieng and his development in the league out of Louisville. What a big jump for him last season.
And that's a great point. That first year, you could tell the game's a little too fast, and he was a bit overwhelmed. But started to get more and more minutes throughout the season and really blossomed with the extra opportunities.
Okay.
Puts it up off the inbound, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Bad.
And a big height advantage right there.
You know, it's tough to bring a big man that far away from the goal, but that might be a mismatch they're willing to live with.
Now here's Teague to the middle. Here's Bazemore, banked in off the glass.
And Jang last season doubled his points per game, got enough rebounds where he could be a double-double player every night in the near future.
Here's Levine. Down to 5 on the shot clock. A three-pointer. Wiggins cannot hit. And Atlanta will come the other way.
And Jang isn't a young player by any means, but he has learned how to fill a niche on a team quickly. Just offers good numbers and intangibles in a lot of places on the stat sheet.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Rubio with it. To the right side. Towns wide open. That one wide left.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Millsap misses.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for him. Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
It's a hard team.
Rubio left side. Bazemore grabs the miss.
Well, I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
Millsap kicks to Korver. And the 3-ball is good. Korver's got himself on the board with 3 there.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Rubio outside. There's the dish to Levine. Misses off the right iron.
Boy, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
Hawks were so dominant last
think we
year
might
and
win
were the
this one.
first team to clinch their
Think we
spot in the
actually might win
postseason.
this one.
Hawks also would wrap up the top seed in the East and were able to advance against the Nets in 6 games.
Here's Levine after the made shot from Jeff Teague. Floats one up. Al Horford with the rebound.
And fancy finishes like that look great, but man, it's embarrassing when you blow them.
From 11 feet away, rebound Minnesota. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Here's Levine, guarded by Korver. Here's Towns. Hits the outside fadeaway.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
And Bazemore kicks to Horford. Unloads from 13. Rubio with the rebound.
And not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. And against the shot to fall after coming off the pick.
The reason I didn't
Rubio's got his first 2 points.
is
For
because they'll
Atlanta,
make the
they've
video
gone
too
50%
long.
from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip.
Is anybody gonna run in?
Right side Korver.
Give me in.
Millsap a screen. Towns with the steal. And Rubio kicks to Levine. And it's blocked. Rubio against Horford. The feed to Millsap. Outside Korver. Outside Millsap. Hands it from downtown. Millsap's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And guys, you got to love the front court for these Atlanta Hawks. I mean, Al Horford and Paul Millsap both give up a few inches in terms of height, but you won't find a more skilled and versatile front court in the NBA.
And it's a completely new group for Atlanta. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Jang.
Adrian Payne comes in for Towns.
Tayshaun Prince is checked in for Andrew Wiggins. And it's Muhammad in for Levine. Now, here's Rubio. Prince outside, off the pick. And the shot falls short this time. Now, speaking of the skill of the Atlanta front court, their offense predicated on ball movement and spacing and shooting. Unlike San Antonio, Horford and Millsap a perfect fit.
Really, those two enjoy playing together. Excellent chemistry between them because they're both mobile, agile, skilled, big guys.
Deflected by Payne. Rubio outside. Pass to Muhammad. And it's Payne in the corner. Pass to Muhammad. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Kicks it to Rubio. 5 on the clock. Unloads from 13. Good. Atlanta's gone 2 of 2 from 3-point range here in the first quarter. Schroeder kicks to Cephalosha. Outside, Scott. Splitter against Pekovic. From the stripe, he hits the back iron and sinks the shot. There's 38 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And Rubio kicks to Muhammad. Here's Pekovic. No luck. So Atlanta will take it the other way.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
And the trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well, Greg.
And stolen by Scott. Outside Hardaway. Scott kicks to Splitter. Stolen by Rubio. And here we go. And no good trying to get that one. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. The Hawks on top, leading by just 2. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. welcome you back to the NBA here on 2K Sports. And we're ready to get going once more. The players having a chance to have a short break and get some rest themselves and get refueled and hydrated with some Gatorade. More terrific basketball in store for us tonight. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, your thoughts?
Defense paying huge dividends for them through the first.
Excellent hustle, and you know the coach has to be pleased with that effort at the defensive end.
On the court for the Timberwolves as our second quarter is underway. Anthony Towns and Pekovic are up front. Levine is out there with Wiggins, and it's Muhammad in at the 3. Towns, no luck. The Hawks leading by 4. Here's Bazemore, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a one-footer. Come on now.
Minnesota shooting around 29% from the floor. Tough night for them all around on the offensive end. Minnesota really had a rough year last season. A lot of people know that, obviously. A lot to do with their defense. They just, Greg, struggled in almost every defensive metric.
Yeah, and, you know, they struggled at times guarding the basketball, but ultimately I think the biggest issue for them was their inability to protect the rim. That's an area and a point of emphasis that has to improve for this young team.
You know, with the Timberwolves in their defense, it was the league's worst in opponent field goal percentage. Also dead last in field goal percentage, which takes threes into account for the value they add. So near the bottom of the league in block shots as well. Hard to win when you're struggling in those areas.
And the Hawks making a change here. Teague's checked in, and the Timberwolves also making a change. Zhang's checked in. No one near him. That's good, and the Atlanta lead is cut down now to just 6 in the basket from Levine.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
13 feet away. Rebound, Minnesota.
And really, overall, the defense was just very poor. The defensive field goal percentage at the rim, worst in the league last season, and you don't have to block them all, but you need to do a better job of challenging shots, something the Wolves are going to have to work on.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
Here's Levine. Pass to Muhammad. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Muhammad's got his second bucket of the night. Atlanta leading by 4. Feeds to Teague. The pass to Horford. Lets it fly. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, it's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt. Here's Levine. Here's the screen. Muhammad dishes to Wiggins. Shot clock at 6. On target from 13 feet.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
You know, there was plenty to be happy about last year in Atlanta with the way the Hawks played. One sour note, though, was that the team was viewed as a potential buy for Seattle groups.
Paul Millsap is checked in for Chris Humphries. The Timberwolves also with the sub. Kevin Garnett, he's checked in for Towns. And here's Korver from the arc. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And that's one of his strengths, knocking down those long-range jump shots.
Here's Levine. Teague covering. Garnett with a screen on Teague. Here's Levine. From deep. Misses for the 5th time this game. Marking at 1 for 6.
He's given them little to nothing at the offensive end. I can't put it any other way. They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Clearly, they've been the aggressors thus far when it comes to attacking the interior in this first half. You can see he just rushed that a little bit. Lost the focus, I think.
Here's Bazemore. Again, the Hawks score.
Man, their offense is really cranked up in the second quarter.
And their field goal percentage shows that, over 60 now. Tough to beat them when they shoot it like that.
Here's Levine. Looking to end the run. Rebound, Atlanta. Horford's got his third rebound tonight.
He's having a tough quarter, scoring the basketball and able to help them close this gap.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's key to this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
That has been a good second. This is the second half now. This has been
And
good.
the Timberwolves call time.
Not as hard as the Rockets.
And Al Horford is just a winner, guys. I mean, win 2 NCAA titles at his time playing for Florida. His teammates call him the Godfather because of how calm and quiet he is in terms of his leadership and the mentoring he provides. It's been the same here in the NBA.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Splitters checked in for Horford. Cephalosha comes in for Kent Bazemore. Hardaway's checked in for Kyle Korver. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Teague. And that one misses. And that Florida team with Horford, Noah, and Corey Brewer, such a tight-knit group. All those guys still competing and defending at a very high level now in the NBA.
Each of those guys very team first in their approach. That's what they're about, winning. And because they've experienced championship winning, they stay locked in to that task.
Here's Levine. Garnett with
Dakota.
the screen for Rubio. To the inside.
Sorry, that
Will
was
go
my
down,
dog
and the
chewing on my
Hawks lead is
sister's
cut down now
shoe.
to just 11 on the basket from Kevin
Annoying.
Garnett. Hawks have gone
So
7 for
annoying.
10 here in the second quarter. They'd like to keep up that nice pace. And Millsap, here we go. And that one's good. Millsap's got 5.
And just a little bit ragged defensively there, Clark.
Rubio outside. Dishes it to Garnett. Prince, the pass to Rubio. Pekovic with the screen for Rubio. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And last season, an injury-filled one for Nikola Pekovic. Played only 31 games before he was sidelined. Clark with an Achilles injury.
Yeah, and you know, he wasn't even playing quite up to par before the injury, Kevin. After shooting well over 50% in each of his first 4 seasons, he dropped to under 43% last year.
Adrian Payne's checked in for Kevin Garnett.
And on the subject of Pekovic, last season was another difficult step back for him physically. At some point, one wonders if his whole career becomes in jeopardy. It just takes so much effort to keep coming back.
It's 2 areas.
Here's Levine. Pekovic with a screen. Teardrop shot. Levine can't hit.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboard.
They've done a lot of things well today, but really it's about what they've done on the backboard that's at the top of that list.
Now that's a momentum shifter there. A steal leading straight to a quick bucket.
Yeah, and a great way, Clark, to capitalize on the turnover. Don't waste any time. Get the ball right up the court.
There's the dish to Splitter. Out to Hardaway. The Hawks again can't hit. That'll do it for the first half. Hawks lead by 9. We'll see you back here at...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back, Ernie. A competitive matchup for Atlanta in the first quarter.
Finally,
the
peace and
biggest lead of the
quiet.
quarter was only 3 points as they traded baskets back and forth. They showed their superiority in the second quarter and got well out in front, taking a 9-point lead into the locker room at the half. And Shaq, what are your thoughts on how Atlanta played?
They had a focus to working inside, and it's working, Ernie. They've done a great job of recognizing mismatches, a.k.a. barbecue chicken down low, taking advantage. He can't guard.
All right, that is going to wrap up our halftime report as it's just about time for the start of the third quarter.
Let's take them back.
And now the third quarter about to get going. The Hawks leading by 9. Our second half of basketball and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the court for Atlanta, Millsap at power forward with Horford at the center. Teague and Korver are the guards, and it's Bazemore at the 3 slot. The feed to Rubio. Here's Towns, and it's sent back by Horford. Now here comes Teague. Leading the break. Bazemore gets the bucket.
Nice pass that time. What excellent vision by Jeff Teague out there.
Timberwolves trail by 11. Wiggins outside. Lets it go from 11. It's blocked, and he's able to get it back. Here's Towns. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
And they get one. Now 1 of 5 here in the third.
Horford in the post. Jang defending. That bucket in no time at all. And it's 6 points for Horford.
And guys, you hear about how the Hawks are the jokingly referred to as the Spurs of the East. It has to do with their coach, Mike Budenholzer, who's really brought that philosophy here to Atlanta. A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
And Rubio kicks to Towns. Wide open look. That one's in there. The Hawks lead is cut down now to just 9 in the bucket from Levine. On for Coach Budenholzer, Greg, he did spend 19 years with the Spurs, so it makes a lot of sense. Clarkie won 4 titles during his time there in San Antonio.
Well, Kevin, you can really see how he's adapted and brought the motion offense over to this team, and it's worked well for the Hawks.
Shabazz Muhammad's checked in for Levine. Teague dishes to Korver. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
And Kyle Korver enjoying a career renaissance, if you will, here in his 30s. A former late second-round pick. He's kicked around the league a little bit. He's really found his niche here in the motion offense of the Atlanta Hawks.
Mike Scott's checked in for Paul Millsap. A little background on Kyle Korver, drafted 51st by the Nets back in 2003. They sold his rights to the Sixers for a little over $100,000 and used the proceeds to pay for their summer league fee.
Well, that, and they also bought a new color copier for whatever that information is worth. It might sound like a mistake in hindsight, but I heard that machine is very reliable.
Atlanta leading by 10. Bazemore passes to Korver. And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
The Timberwolves have gone just 25% from the field here in the second half. They're 2 of 8. Jang a screen. Wiggins outside. Scott pulls it in.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall. If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow just like he got there.
Wiggins drives in, and it's sent back by Horford. Here's Towns, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this league.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark.
Which is a spark they desperately need, Kevin. They've got to ramp up the intensity.
Pass to Muhammad. Puts it up from 12. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. Rubio's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Horford goes to the reverse layup and pops it in. Horford's got 8.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Yeah, too many easy buckets coming from inside, and I think he wants to make that a point of emphasis.
I would certainly think so. I mean, if they keep giving up those kinds of easy looks inside, they'll be in big trouble.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Splitter's checked in for Horford. Cephalosha comes in for Kent Bazemore. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Kyle Korver. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Jeff Teague. Pulls it from 20. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Prince has got his 2nd bucket tonight.
Beautiful feed off the bounce to his teammate there. Nicely done.
Now here's Schroeder, covered by Rubio. Here's Splitter. No good. So Minnesota will take it the other way. Prince, right side. And the Timberwolves tack on 2 more.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
It's now been a decade since the Minnesota Timberwolves played postseason basketball. Last trip to the postseason for the Wolves back in 2004.
Wow, that was a long time ago. And if you're wondering, that is the longest playoff drought in the league currently. Wolves want nothing more than to get back to playing playoff basketball, and featuring the #1 pick in last year's draft will help.
Good way to start, you're right. Now here's Muhammad. He's got 8. He kicks it to Towns. Rebounded by Hardaway.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Atlanta making a switch here. Millsap's checked in. Minnesota also making some changes. Payne comes in for Towns. And Levine subbed in for Shabazz Muhammad. Levine kicks to Rubio. High post, Pekovic. Here's Levine. Ball's knocked loose. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. I mean, he had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
The Timberwolves made 2 and missed 2 at the line tonight.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
You know, success at the line just became contagious for him. A few guys got on a roll, and it carried over to the rest of the team.
Chris Humphries has checked in for Atlanta. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Yeah, come on now. You got to remember it's a team game. He's got 4 teammates out there with him. I don't think he needs to try to do it all by himself like that.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Prince kicks to Pekovic. Just 5 to shoot. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Rubio misses. Down low. They need this one. Misses at the rim. And that's going to do it for the 3rd quarter. It's Atlanta up by 4. We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the 4th quarter. Timberwolves trail by 4 on the court for Minnesota. The athletic duo of Levine and Wiggins on the perimeter. Zhang is out there with Garnett, and it's Rubio in at the 1 spot. And he gets it to go. Levine's got the 4th quarter started here with a bucket for the Timberwolves. Atlanta's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. It's tipped, stolen by Rubio. To tie it up. Second shot opportunity. He lays it in. Rubio's got the game tied up here for the Timberwolves.
And you can just see by the way he fought for the putback that he's still got a lot of gas in the tank.
Pass to Horford. Deflects the pass. And now it's Rubio running. He can go all the way. Drops in the breakaway layup. And the Timberwolves lead by 2.
Screen.
And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for Minnesota?
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
You know, adding on to that, you look at their block totals tonight, and you see how feisty they've been on the defensive end this game.
We played just over 1 minute here in the 4th quarter. Here's Horford. But they recover it. That one off the back iron and out. Rubio outside. Garnett kicks to Wiggins. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, now it's a 4-point Minnesota lead.
No one cares.
And guys, as we
Why
all
can't I
know,
just
Kevin Garnett is one of the very best power forwards ever to play the game.
Substitution off.
Tim
Did you know
Duncan
right here?
last year for total rebound by
Here,
average
press the
player.
next right here.
Still an amazing
Press the next.
statistic among many for
Press the
KG,
next. Press the next.
a
Press the
future Hall of
next.
Famer.
Doris Burke has an update for
And
us. Doris?
pressing
Hi,
circle.
guys. I had a chance to find out what Mike Budenholzer was discussing with his guys. His message, Don't even look at the score right now. We've got to make one play at a time and execute. That's how we'll take this thing home. Kevin, he's trying to keep him focused.
Towns, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. And for KG, the last 3 seasons have obviously been very, very tough. His injuries and declining athleticism have led to down numbers really across the board.
Yeah, I mean, his role now has transformed. He's more of a clubhouse leader, a mentor to the up-and-comers, an extra coach, if you will, in game and on the sideline.
Horford dishes to T.
Oh my God.
4-on-3
Can you
break.
please run, Horford? Why are you so slow?
And Rubio kicks to Zhang. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. Rubio's got assist number 8 now on the night. Outside Millsap. Bazemore passes to Horford. It's good. With that basket, he's now 5 for 9.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Right wing. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Rubio with a wide open look. They get it back. Second chance shot. Towns, no luck. The Hawks trail by 4. Millsap inside, covered by Wiggins, and that one's good. Millsap.
Big time bucket there, and you can expect to see him stay very involved the rest of the way.
No one cares about the substitution. All I care about is winning. Because we...
And the Timberwolves call time.
Because I never won. Yeah, I never won a game in this mode. Because first, we had to go eat outside. And I was winning with the Hawks against... I got who?
Here's Levine.
And then
Guarded by
I only won that game. It was like 27-10.
And it's sent back by Horford. And here we go. Fast break. Korver's got it. To tie it up. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Millsap's got the game tied up here for the Hawks. For Minnesota, they've gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Here's Dang. Rebound Atlanta. Horford's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Korver. That's good. Korver's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Great move to get to the rim. I think they're going to take the aggressive approach down the stretch.
And here's Rubio. And Zhang kicks to Towns. And stolen by Horford. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Here's Korver. No good. Good D by Rubio. The Timberwolves shooting 55% in the fourth. They are executing late. Back to Wiggins. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Rubio's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. Horford kicks to T. He dishes it to Millsap. Oh, that's blocked. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Zhang with a screen on Teague. Kicks to Towns. All sorts of time. Drained for 2 points. And the Timberwolves lead by 2.
Terrific assist that time by Rubio.
Here's Millsap. Misses off the left iron.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
To the middle. The jump hook. Towns, no luck. The Hawks have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Korver, it's in! A huge shot to tie it up. Minnesota calls timeout. The score is tied at 54. 59 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Dennis Schroeder's checked in for Atlanta. Rubio outside. Puts up the baby hook. And so he draws the foul on the shot on trip to the line to shoot 2.
And they had a foul to give, but you want to use it on the ground.
Yeah, I agree with you there, but at least they did get the clock stopped. That is the one saving grace of that situation.
So he gets them both, and it's a 2-point ball game.
And you just knew he wasn't going to miss that one. Not with so much riding.
Millsap gets it over to Schroeder, and it's stolen by Ricky Rubio. Jang, a screen. Rubio dishes to Jang. Sinks it.
As clutch a shot as I have ever seen.
In a word, gutsy.
Time running low here.
A quick score, Greg, and then probably foul him right away.
Perfect. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Please make these. Still 4 seconds.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss.
No.
And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there.
Yeah, we
And they go to the intentional foul.
Yep.
So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5.
In 26 seconds.
Second one is good. Aim both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
And as long as they can keep doing that kind of work at the foul line, this lead will be safe.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point game. Time call here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. They're down by 8. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. We've got 22 seconds left in the game. They get the rebound. Humphries with the bucket. And they go to the intentional foul.
Jim Hardaway Jr. That's his first personal foul at the line for the Hawks.
And no good is the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. He's able to hit the second one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Atlanta calls timeout. They're losing by 7. 15 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Guys, what's your take?
You know, you like the fight all the way to the end, but let's face it, guys, this one's over.
Yeah, I agree with you, and I really think you shouldn't be allowed to call timeouts late in the ball game if there's no chance for it to do any good on the scoreboard.
And you can see where they're coming from by fouling to stop the clock, but really they're just kidding themselves.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this game is over, and they're the only ones who don't realize that.
So he gets them both, and it's a 9-point ball game here.
No mistakes there. I think you can close the book on this one, guys. It's done.
And stolen by Prince. And he commits the intentional foul.
Chris Humphries. That's his first personal foul at the line for the Hawks.
And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker.
Taking 2 shots.
So he comes up empty at the line. And so the Timberwolves take the win. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, gee, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never
Well, this is
going to be
gonna be
easy
the-
on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And now let's catch
Well,
up with
this is
Doris
going to be
Burke,
the
who's
end
standing by on the
of
sideline.
the video. Make
Ricky,
sure
what
to
was working
subscribe
tonight for
and
the
like
team's
the video. I'm
offense?
sorry for
Yeah, we saw the game
that we
we
lost.
kind of saw like that.
Oh, that was
After
an
that,
exciting
we
game, but
just
then,
get shots
yeah,
and
we
we
kept
make
doing
shots
personal
and
fouls,
make
which
shots,
made
so
it.
we're a good team.
No doubt about that, Ricky. Thanks for the time, guys.
Get more points and all
Doris,
that
thank you as
stuff.
always.
And my eyes
Thank
are
you
tired,
for joining
so
us. That'll do
I'll
it for
see
now.
you
For
tomorrow,
Clark Kellogg,
probably.
Greg
Maybe.
Anthony,
I
and
don't know.
Doris Burke, this is Kevin
And
Harlan
remember,
thanking you for tuning in.
starting February,
And we'll see you next
Tuesday
time.
and Thursdays,
The 2K
I probably
Sports
won't make a
post-game
video.
show.
So, yeah. See you later. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Bye. Yeah, I guess. Yeah.